Morning guys, welcome to my channel once again. Today is Sunday, the 11th day of May year 2025, and as always, I have some well analyzed matches for you. So without much waste of time, let's get started. So the first match, as you can see here, is from the Spain La Liga. It's a game involving Athletic Club and Alaves. My prediction here is Athletic Club to win or draw a bit at 1.45 odds. So here we give Athletic Club the advantage, considering the fact that they are fighting hard to see how they can qualify for the Champions League. They want to do everything possible to make sure they get a result in this match. Athletic Club has a very good squad with experienced players, and they should be able to get 3 maximum points from this match, or at least John Obit at 1.45 odds. Looking at their data here, we can see that Athletic Club are 4th on the table, Alaves are 17th on the table. And now looking at their head-to-head here, we can see that Athletic Club has won 4 times, the other fixtures ended in a draw. Talking about their current form here, we can see that Athletic Club has been very fantastic at home this season. Their last 6 home matches shows Athletic Club has won 4 times and drew 2 times. And then we look at Alaves away from home, we can see that the last 6 away matches, Alaves has won just once and drew 4 times, then lost once. So this match is going to be very interesting, but we give the advantage to Athletic Club because they're fighting hard to see how they can qualify for the Champions League, as you can see. Though Alaves is also fighting hard to see how they can gain survival, but we just have to give the advantage to Athletic Club. Athletic Club is playing home and they want to use their home advantage to see how they can get something out of this match. So that's why my prediction here is Athletic Club to win or draw a bit at 1.45 odds. Next we have this game from the Italy Serie A. It's a game involving Napoli and Genoa. My prediction here is over 2 goals at 1.48 odds. So this match, Napoli has advantage and they want to do everything possible to score as many goals as possible. Remember, they're fighting hard to win the title and they want to go hard. They want to do everything possible to make sure they get the goals and they get the points. So that's why my prediction here is over 2 goals at 1.48 odds. Looking at the data here, you can see that Napoli are first on the table. Napoli are first on the table, Genoa at 13th on the table. And then we look at the head-to-head between these two teams, you can see here that Napoli has won 3 times, Genoa once, the other fixtures ended in a draw. And when you look at the head-to-head, excuse me, sorry about that guys. And when you look at their head-to-head here, you can see that goals have always been produced. Whenever these two teams meet, they always score and concede so many goals. Now talking about their current form here, we can see that Napoli, their last 6 home matches, they've won 4 times and drew 2 times, and you can see that they score and concede so many goals at home. Looking at Genoa away from home, we can see that their last 6 away matches, Genoa has lost 3 and drew 3. So we expect to see so many goals scored in this match. We expect to have at least 2 or more goals here at 1.48 odds. Next we have this game from the German Bundesliga. It's a game involving E Frankfurt and St. Pauli. My prediction here is E Frankfurt to win or draw no bet at 1.24 odds. So we give E Frankfurt advantage here. This is another team that is fighting hard to qualify for the Champions League, and they've been very consistent, especially when they play at home. So we give the advantage to E Frankfurt and we expect them to win this one or at least draw no bet. Looking at their data here, we can see that E Frankfurt are 3rd on the table, St. Pauli are 15th on the table. Now we look at the head-to-head here, we can see that E Frankfurt has won 4 times, St. Pauli just once. Now, looking at their current form, we can see that if Frankfurt, their last six home matches, they've won four times and lost two times. And then talking about St. Pauli away from home, you can see that these guys struggle a lot whenever they play away from home. Their last six away matches, St. Pauli has won just once, drew two times, and lost three times. Now let's take a look at their standings on the table here. So you can see here that if Frankfurt are fighting hard to see how they can qualify for the Champions League. So they want to do everything possible to make sure they achieve this purpose. So for this very reason, we expect them to win or at least draw a bit at 1.24 odds. Next, we have this game from the Spain La Liga. It's a game involving Betis and Osasuna. My prediction here is Betis to win or draw a bit at 1.26 odds. So this is another team that is also fighting hard to qualify for the Europa or the Champions League next season. So they want to give their best, they want to do everything possible to make sure they achieve this aim. Betis is a good team and they have very good players and they do very well, especially when they play at home. So we give them the advantage here and we expect them to win or at least join a bit at 1.26 odds. So looking at the data here, we can see that Betis are 6th on the table, Osasuna 11th are 11th on the table. Now we look at the head-to-head here, we can see that Betis has actually won 3 times, Osasuna once, other fixtures ended in a draw. Looking at their current form here, their last 6 home matches, Betis has won 5 times and lost just once. And then we look at Osasuna away from home, we can see that their last 6 away matches, Osasuna has won once, drew 2 times and lost 4 times. Now looking at their standings on the table here, we can see that Betis are 6th on the table and they're fighting hard to see how they can break into the top 5 so they can qualify for the Champions League. And we can see here that Osasuna 11th on the table, so that what this means is that they don't need this match. So Betis needs this match the most and we expect them to do everything possible to make sure that achieve result here. So that's my prediction here is Betis to win or draw a bit at 1.26 odds. Next we have this game from the England Premier League. It's a game involving Newcastle and Chelsea. My prediction here is Newcastle to win or draw at 1.37 odds. This game is going to be very tough because these two teams are fighting to qualify for the Champions League. But I've decided to give Newcastle the advantage because Newcastle has a very good home record. Newcastle plays very well when they play at home. Chelsea doesn't have a very solid away record, so Newcastle has advantage here because they want to use their home to get results in this match. Looking at the data here, we can see that Newcastle are 4th on the table, Chelsea are 5th on the table. And then we look at the head-to-head here, we can see that Newcastle has won 2 times, Chelsea 2. All the fixtures ended in a draw. Now, talking about their current form here, we can see that Newcastle, their last 6 home matches, they've won 5 times and lost once. And then we look at Chelsea away from home, we can see that Chelsea struggles a lot whenever they play away from home. Their last 6 away matches, Chelsea has won just once, drew once, and lost 4 times. Now looking at their standings on the table here, we can see that Newcastle are 4th on the table with 63 points, Chelsea 5th with 63 points. So Newcastle will not want to drop down. They have the home advantage and they want to use it to their advantage. So they will not want to lose this match because if Newcastle loses this match, they're going to drop down and they won't qualify for the Champions League. So I believe they want to do everything possible, and coupled with the fact that they have a very good home record, they should be able to win or at least get a draw at 1.37 odds. Finally, for today, we have this one from the Greece Super League. It's a game involving Pickz and AEK. 4K R10s. My prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.30 odds. So these two teams are very good in goal scoring, and we should be able to have at least 2 goals here at 1.30 odds. So looking at the data here, you can see that Poke are third on the table, AEK are fourth on the table. And then look at the head-to-head here, we can see that Poke has won 3 times, AEK 2 times, and they always score lots of goals whenever they meet. Now talking about the current form here, we can see that Poke in the last 6 home matches, Poke has won 6 times and lost once. And you can see they score so many goals at home this season. And then looking at AEK away from home, you see that the last 6 away matches, AEK has won 2 times, lost 3 and drew once. And AEK also scores and concedes lots of goals away from home. So we'll expect to see goals on this match. These two teams are very good in goal scoring. I should be able to see at least 2 goals here at 1.30 odds. So guys, these are all the matches I have for you today with a total of 6.20 odds. Make sure you bet responsibly, and do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Also remember to join our Telegram channel, the link is pinned to the comment section of this video. Thank you so much guys, I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.